Hey everybody, Zach here with the Goat Guys, and welcome back to the channel. So today we're going to take a look at a deck profile of Watergate. That's not a political joke, leave me alone. So, this is a semi-competitive deck based around, the Reasoning Gate engine, but featuring around using Levia Dragon and Ocean Dragon Lord, as well as this guy, and Aqua Spirit. Anyway. So, we're going to get into the card by card, talk about choices, and then, why, and whatever. This list is really standard for the most part for a deck like this, but anyway, let's get into it. So, we'll begin with the 2 Aqua Spirit. Aqua Spirit is the water elemental that lets you banish one of the corresponding attributes, in this case, water, to summon it to the field. She also allows you to, during your opponent's standby phase, target a face-up monster your opponent controls, change its battle position, and it cannot change that battle position until the end of the turn. It's really effective, and with Legendary Ocean on the field, her stats also get up to 1800, which makes it still a formidable beater at times. Next, we play Giga Gaga Gigo, who is a level 5 water reptile with 2450 attack and 1500 defense. The main reason you play is, one, I wanted a level 5 just to have a little bit different levels. Since we are playing Reasoning. But also under a Legendary Ocean, this is a level 4. So you can normal summon a 2650 beater, which is always neat. And it always puts on immediate pressure, which you cannot complain about. So these two go side by side together. So we're going to read Levia Dragon Daedalus first. Simple card text. You can send this face up. You can send one face up Yuumi you control to the graveyard. Nuke every other card on the field. Yeah, you're like, alright. That seems pretty good. Nuke 26 to the face. And you can summon off Reasoning, Monster Gate, or as a 1 tribute. And then you have his evolved or big form. I don't know. I'd say evolved form because it looks like the bottom head is like the top head is like the top half of Levia Dragon, and then this one is the whatever. Anyway, this card cannot be normally summoned or set. It cannot be special summoned except by attributing 1 Levia Dragon Daedalus. You can send Yuumi to the graveyard, and then each player sends their hand and field to the graveyard except this card. This card is actually really strong. Plus, it's 2900, and being able just to completely off-tempo your opponent is really good. Because I thought this card was going to be abysmal when I first started testing it. And again, big tournament kind of thing, like I've said in other videos with more like casual / semi-competitive decks. Definitely not something I would probably play, but if you're just playing with friends, or just on like the casual dueling book circuit, this card out of nowhere is frightening. So, yep, that is it for the water engine. It is just 7 monsters, though I do side another one, but that's just more for back row decks, in addition to the Royal Decrees. But we'll talk about the side deck when we get there. So, for the rest of the Crane Gate stuff, we are playing the BLS, the Demok, the Jinzo, and the double Sacred Crane. Sacred Crane is always going to be good in Reasoning decks, just to draw cards. Jinzo, I just like it as another way to shut off back row. Demok to get any of these spells back, because they're all power spells, or consistency spells, and then BLS because I do play a number of Light and Darks. And also, I decided to still main it, just because I ran out of room in my side deck. Because extra deck space was tight. Our side deck space was tight in this, so that's why it's still in there. If you don't want to run it, you can cut it. It's just more depends on how you want to do your side deck, I guess. Because I am just cutting the water stuff for regular Steingate if I really need to. So that's kind of what the game plan here is. Anyway, on to our spells. This is the archetypal Wind Con. Let me move these up here just for sanity's sake. Totally professional. Anyway, 3 Legendary Ocean. This card's name is always treated as Yuumi. That's important. Some people are like, how come you can use the Levia Dragon's effects? That's not Yuumi. Yes, it is. All water monsters gain 200 attack and defense, and all their levels in both players' hands and on the field are decreased by 1. Though not super relevant, it's really nice to be able to normal summon this, and if it's really bad, you can tribute summon this for 1 tribute, because it goes from a level 7 to a 6. Then we play the 2 Terraforming, just to make sure we can have it. Now we play the 1 Card Destruction for more consistency, double Dimension Fusion. I don't like the 3 in this deck necessarily, as you aren't banishing nearly as much, though it is an option with Aqua Spirit, and then you're also playing Demok, Jinzo, and then 2 lights to banish for the BLS, but I still think 2 is pretty good. And no, I have really not wanted the 3rd in Game 1 ever. Double Trunade, Heavy, and MST, Pot of Greed, and Charity. And then double Upstart, we have the 3 Monster Gate and 3 Reasoning. 2 Upstart because drawing cards is good. Double Scapegoat, double Metamorphosis because, I don't know, extra deck cards are good, I heard. Snatch Steal, and then Premature Burial for the main deck. I'm content with this main deck. There are no changes I would personally make. Other than, like I said, if you really want to, you could cut the BLS, but I don't think I would. This card has been just a surprise out of nowhere kind of thing. Because they're like, oh, you're just playing the water stuff, and then, like, Sacred Crane and Demok, because, you know, if you don't see Jinzo, they just don't think of it. Then all of a sudden, BLS hits the board, and they're like, oh, shit. Because it's not like Legendary Ocean decks haven't been around before. This is going to be the 3rd deck on the channel that features this card, even though the original one is really bad. But, you know, whatever. Yes, I played Amoeba in a deck, leave me alone. I thought it was funny. So for the side deck, we side the single Mobius. This is just a back row that I like. Double Cyberstein, because Cyberstein is absolutely bonkers. The 1 Parshath, which is still okay, but I can see why you wouldn't want to play it. The 1 Tractor Dragon, it's just my favorite level 7 to play when we are not playing the Waters, or is a level 7 for like Reasoning decks. I still think Mystical Knight of Jackal is really cool. I just think Tractor Dragon's still better. The 1 Chaos Sork, the Dark Ruler Hades. I've been really big on Dark Ruler Hades recently, just because it, like, gets around floaters. It just sucks that you can't summon them from the grave. And then we have the Creator, or Tyler, for those of you who've been around the channel long enough. It's always good. So traps, we just had the 3 Royal Decree for back row heavy decks, and mainly burn. Then there's, like, the 2 Mind Control, which, still for, like, Chaos. The 3rd Trunade, and then the 3rd Dim Fusion, when we're going full in on the Stein Dim Fuse Turbo build, and then the extra deck. Remember, technically you have access to 3 of everything, but 3000 Eyes, Dark Bolter, Dark Blade, Dark Fire, Last Warrior, King Dragoon, Gatling Dragon, Ojama King, Ryu Senshi, and Fiend Skull Dragon. But yeah, so that's it for Watergate Punk Rock. If you guys get that reference, sick. If not, completely understand. I am that weird person who, like, definitely is probably from the 80s or something. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy. If you have any suggestions, as always, be sure to let me know in the comment section below. Without anything else to say, we'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.